Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures, and today I've got a little haul video. I made a recent trip to a charity shop, an antique shop that I've been wanting to go to for ages. I went there a few years ago, so I knew it was there. It's not particularly local to me, but it's not a long drive. And all through lockdown I kept thinking, as soon as we can get out and about again, I'm going to have a visit to this antique shop. It's a massive place. It's more of an emporium with lots of little nooks and crannies, and it's on 2 floors, and you could be there. It's like a rabbit warren. You could be there for hours. So I finally made it a couple of weeks ago, and my expectations of finding anything were pretty low because I didn't know if they'd do the kind of thing that I'd be looking for. I just thought there may be some old books, or maybe some bits of fabric, or clothes that perhaps I could cut up or something. I wasn't sure. Anyway, so I had a reasonably successful trip, as you can see. So the first thing, I was wandering around, and I thought, first of all, I'm not going to find anything. And then a thought flashed into my head. I suppose they might have an Edith Holden because it's quite a popular book, but it just flashed into my mind, and I literally, moments later, I looked down to this back of this little area, and there was a pile of old books, and sitting right on the top, could not believe it, there was this beauty. Look at that. I could not believe I'd seen it. I've been looking in charity shops to see if they had any, and I haven't seen any. And there it was, sitting on top of a pile. It was almost as though it was waiting for me. That's how it felt. I was just so chuffed to bits. And then I thought, oh, well, it's bound to be more expensive than the ones I've seen online. I've seen a couple on second-hand bookshop, online bookshops. So I thought, well, it's probably going to be more expensive. I just couldn't believe it would be actually, within my price range. And when I looked at it, it was half the price of the one I'd seen. So I was chuffed to bits. I couldn't believe it. So I grabbed it. I thought, oh, I'm going to have that. And it's in fabulous condition, but it's beautiful. And yeah, I'm going to have fun playing with this. And it's got that old book smell as well. Isn't that lovely? Anyway, so I was very excited. So I thought, if I don't find anything else, I will be happy with my shop. But I left it on the counter, and I went upstairs thinking, well, there may be some bits up there. And as soon as I got up there, I found that there was an old, like a bookcasey thing, and there was a couple of hooks on the side, and somebody's got this old bag, this old, like a Polly Pocket type bag that you put in folders, full of scraps of lace and bits and pieces, and just bought the whole bag. And I thought, well, I'll have that. Wasn't sure what I was going to get. I haven't even looked at it because I thought I'd wait and go through it with you guys. So I'm going to take it all out now, get rid of this manky old bag, see what I've got, because there's quite a few bits in here. So there's this on a little piece of card. It's just a little bit of trim, but it's nice and thin. Sometimes it's nice to have a little thin bits of trim you can just put along the edges of things. So I quite like that, and I think it's quite old, and it's wrapped in looks like some old bit of paper or something, but I'll investigate that another time. But there's loads of it. Look at it. It's loads and loads of it. So I think that'll be quite useful. And then there's this piece of lace, which is rather nice. Ooh, it's got that needs just a little trimming at the end there, but there's quite a nice lot of that. It's a sort of cream. It's almost like it's like a crocheted lace, but really fine. It's done with like a silk thread, I think. It feels like it's been made with a silk thread, so that's lovely. Then there's this piece of lace. Again, I like the small. Sometimes it's quite nice to have a few small, narrow pieces just to put on the edge of things, so that's rather nice. And this is a little pink one. Oh, that's really delicate. How pretty is that? I don't know if you can see that. Whoops, turning around, but it's a very pale pink. I've got some lace that I bought, which is a really bright pink, and sometimes it's just a bit too much, but I do really like this. It's really pretty, just very pale and delicate. So there's that, and then there's this piece of lace, which could or may not, maybe, I don't suppose it's coffee dyed. It's probably the natural colour. It's like a sort of coffee colour lace, which is rather nice as well. I like that. I haven't got anything that colour, actually. It's only small, fairly small piece, but it will certainly go on a few things. And then this last piece here, oh, it's another really pretty crochet style. Isn't that lovely? Again, it looks like it's been made with silk thread or something. That's really pretty. If I lay it out there. There we go, you can see it there, that's better. That's really nice, like that. And there's a nice bit of that. Quite a nice long piece. That's great. And then there appears to be some doilies as well. Hadn't really looked at it that closely. Hadn't realised there were doilies in here. Look how delicate that is. Really thin as well, because I did buy a pack of doilies from Amazon just because I, didn't know how else to get any. But they're quite thick. They've been made with quite thick wool or something. So they're a bit tricky to use because they're going to be quite chunky in a journal. But things like this are just obviously handmade and really delicate. Beautiful. So there's that one, and there's another one. I think that's the same. And this one is the same. I think it's the same pattern, but it's a slightly different colour. It's a little bit darker. And the same with this one. I mean, I think possibly this one it's a bit dirty here. Look, it's been, I don't know, something's happened to it. But there's enough of it. I can always cut that off. So there's those. There's quite a few of these actually, and they are lovely. There's another one here. So these are really pretty. They're all very, very delicate, very fine. That one and one more. There we go, is that one. And then this is the last piece. It's a little piece of lace. I'm not sure whether that was perhaps from a dressing table set or something. But that's really pretty. Not sure which way up that's supposed to go. I think maybe that's the right way up. So again, that's something that's really usable. So yeah, this was quite a nice little bag of goodies. I think they're all usable, very usable. All of those. So that's that. And then, so that was hanging up. And then in another one of the bags, I found, let me see, I'll get these all out and I can show you the different things. Right, in another bag they had what they call them tray cloths, embroidered tray cloths. So I went through them all and found the one that had the most embroidery on it. Look at this one. I don't know if you can see all of that in one go. It completely covers my board. But look how pretty that is, and that's all this hand embroidery. Isn't that beautiful? Because some of them, you'd open them out, and you've just got a little bit of embroidery in one corner, or just on the end, or something like that. But when I found this one, it's got a nice bit of trim around the edge, which I could use as well. And there's got all these lovely bits of embroidery, so they'd be fabulous. I might try and incorporate some of that into. I think I'm going to definitely try and incorporate some of this into my sewing journal, because it'd make a lovely pocket, and it's really pretty. So yeah, I was really pleased to find that, and that wasn't very expensive at all. It was only about, I think I got that for £3, which I thought was pretty good. And then there was a locked cabinet right behind where all this was. There was a little locked cabinet. And there were some beautiful, beautiful things in there, some beautiful pieces of lace. And they had things like lace collars and just strips of lace. So the first one I picked out was this one. I mean, I was really spoilt for choice. And it's one of those things you think, well, maybe I'll go back and buy some more. Look at this. Isn't this just delicious? It's really beautiful. So delicate and so, absolutely gorgeous. I was really pleased with that piece. Lovely, it's lovely colour, and it's just so many ways you could use it. You could cut it up, you could use a big piece, or a small, cut it into smaller strips, or I don't know. I think I'll have awful trouble actually cutting into it. I think these are the sort of things that I'll just hold for a little while, just because they're so pretty and so dainty and really, not going to find any more. Once that's gone, it's gone. So I got that one. And I only bought two. I was really umming and ahhing, but I thought, no, I'll limit myself, because otherwise I could end up spending a fortune. So this was the other piece they had. I'd almost bought another bit, and then the lady that was helping me pointed out this piece of lace, and it's 2 meters long. So it's absolutely, look at that, it goes on and on and on, and there's a few little holes and things, but look how pretty that is, with the flowers and the scallops, and oh, I could not resist. This whole piece, you know, it'll last me for ages. It's absolutely gorgeous. Really delicate, really pretty. So yeah, I was really quite amazed to find something like that, just, you know, just in a cabinet. And then the final piece that I found, and again, it was, they'd got a hanger, where you hang, you know, one of these ones with a bar across where you hang your trousers, and they had three, I don't know if they were tablecloths or three pieces of cloth, I suppose. I can't remember what the other two were. And this one was the one that was underneath. There was the one that was just poking out, and I just thought, oh, I'll have a look at that. And here it is. It is just, I mean, it's huge. It is a tablecloth. It's massive. But it's got all this lovely trim on the sides. Look at that. And then they've got, there's more in the middle. It's embroidered. It's got bits of sort of lacy bits all the way through it. In the middle, I mean, you could just go, you know, this would go on, could last me forever. It's cotton, it's just, and it was £5, guys. I mean, £5 for all of this. I thought that was pretty good. I was very chuffed. Whoop. So there we are. That was my little antique shop find. I was really quite happy with that. I did not expect to find anything like this. You know, there's so much you can do with this. Again, it's one of those I should probably hold it for a little while. All of these things I may hold for a while until I, you know, till I feel I'm able to use them. But I was really pleased, and I'd probably go back there one day. But I think I've got to limit myself, because it's easy, even though there's only not many pieces here. It's easy to kind of mount up the amount you're spending. But yeah, that was a really good trip. So there we are. That's my little antique shop haul. Beautiful lace and a fabulous book. What can I say? Happy girl. So there we are. Thank you for joining me, and please do join me again soon. Bye.